Hey everybody, this is David at Homestead Hacks. What we're doing today, and this will save you a lot of money. A lot of people don't know what to do with meat that when they find it on sale because your freezers can only hold so much. So what we do is we'll find chicken on sale. Sometimes you can hook up with some of these butchering facilities like ConAgra or Purdue, or some of them will have places that you can actually buy chicken in bulk, like in 40-pound boxes. You can buy like 40-pound boxes of chicken breast. You can buy wings, thighs, whatever you want. Or there's other places that just have it on sale. You know, like we have a United Grocery. Every now and then they'll put it on sale for $1.39 a pound. And it's usually Purdue brand. And that's pretty cheap, but if you can get it like at those big places like ConAgra and Purdue that actually have like a store, not really a store, but they just sell it out of the box to individuals. It's usually between $1, $1.10 a pound, and you can save a lot of money this way. So what we do is we'll get a big bulk of it, and we'll cut it up in little chunks about this size right here. Just cube it up. They don't have to be real teeny tiny, but you can see about like that, about big as your thumb probably. Then we'll take it from that and turn it into canned chicken. You can see we've done some up right here, and it's very good canned. It's very tender. And now I want you to look up the recommendations yourself for the processing of it, but I'll just tell you what I do. I do 11 pounds for pints at 75 minutes. That's the recommendations that I looked up. Quarts calls for 11 pounds at 90 minutes. And that'll bring your temperature up to 240 plus degrees. 245, I believe, at 11 pounds, 240 at 10 pounds. So then you maintain and hold that temperature for that long, and that will destroy any botulism or anything in it. It's what is recommended. But like I said, you look it up for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. That's what I always recommend when I say stuff like this. This is what I've looked up and found. I want you to look it up for yourself and just to be sure. And you can see right here. Now this kind of looks gross looking, but it's not, because it's hamburger meat that we've done. And it's pretty much the same thing. We done this for I think 90 minutes, I believe, at 11 pounds. At the same. And I'll do a video later on that. Let's just stick with the chicken today. So what I'm going to do, I got my jars over here, my empty jars. I'm using my All-American canner. To me, the best canner on planet Earth that you can get for the money. Get you one of these. They last a lifetime. They don't require a seal. As you can see on the bottom, they have a tapered lid. It's solid aluminum. Of course, you know about all pressure cookers are. And it's metal to metal seal. And it does not leak, not one bit. Never requires a seal. This thing, take care of it, lasts you a lifetime. So, let me get them in the jars. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just show you one jar here. And there's no need to go through every single jar doing this. One will be sufficient to show you. What I do is get down in and try to push those air bubbles out. Because it don't have to be. It's not going to hurt it. It just allows you to get more chicken in it. But I always do this is, you know, push it down from the top a little bit. And then try to push down and knock out those air bubbles that accumulate in there like so. And it's very easy. Just punch around. Add a little bit more chicken to it. Fill it up to right at the rim. Just about probably 1/8 of an inch below where you see the threads. For pints, you'll put 1/2 teaspoons of salt. For quarts, you put 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, with chicken breast, you add no water. That's it. You just add the chicken, the salt, seal it up, put it in the cooker, and it's that simple. It's amazing that more people don't do this because it'll save you a lot of money compared to canned chicken that you buy. it's probably at least a third of the cost. And you know where you got the chicken, it's fresh, you know what you put in there. So there's one right there. I'm going to do the rest of them. And then the next step I'll show you is when I'm putting it in the pressure cooker. Okay, there they are, all sealed up, ready to go. What I did, I took a paper towel once I got the salt in. Don't wipe the rims and then add the salt, because you might possibly get the salt on the rim. So what you do is put your salt in, wipe the rim, put your lid and seal on them, and they're ready to go. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about the pounds of pressure, that is according to your elevation. Look that up. Wherever you're at in the country, you know, it may be different. You go up in elevation, it could go 12, 13, 14, 15. So it just depends. So very important to look that up yourself. So let's get him into the water bath, the pressure cooker, not water bath, and turn it on, and we'll resume shortly. Okay, got him in there. What I do, I just fill them up about the rim. Now this is one layer. Now this thing right here, I don't know. I got 6 right there in there now. I could probably fit 12 in the bottom. Or not in the bottom, but in the... You can stack these as well. So this thing here, you could stack another layer of pints. So you can get a lot in this thing. I think you can get 24 pints in here. Now another thing, talking about canning meats. Now I got the heat turned on. And what I'll do, I'll get my lid on. And I'm going to do this one-handed. Where's my GoPro when I need it? Okay. And the way this works here is they got these, I don't know what you call them. And I don't know if it's necessary, but there's a gap right there. And I just fill that gap and try to get it even all around the whole canner. I don't think it's a requirement, but it just makes me feel better that it's just kind of one of my nitpicky things, I guess. See that little gap right here? I just try to get it even all the way around as far as tighten it down goes. You know, just tighten it down a little bit, fill that gap. And these things right here, I'm telling you what, I can't brag enough about these all-American canners. They're made in America, of course. And best canner I've ever seen on planet Earth. I've used a lot of canners. I've been canning all my life. So I know how to can. Bought this several years back, but really haven't had much time to can until here within the last year or so. So getting back into that. Now, what I do, I'll let it vent first for just about a minute, and then I'll put my 10-pound weight. Right there, you can see on the bottom it says 10 pound. I'll put the 10-pound weight right there. And then I'll watch my pressure gauge. It has pressure gauge. Let it get up to, I use the 10 because it'll jiggle pretty consistent. And then and I know exactly how to set this, because I'll put it on high until it hits pressure. Then I go immediately to 3.5. I'll go from there to 3.5, and it'll stay almost perfect at 10 the rest of the time. So let's get her to cooking, and we'll get back with you. Okay, as you can see and hear, it's venting pretty good. We'll put it on the 10-pound weight, and then just wait on the pressure to come up. Okay, as you can see, it'll go off at 10 pounds, and that'll warn me if I'm not paying attention. And then it's exactly right at 11. So what I do, it's on high. I put this down for me here at 3.5. That works for me. And it'll level out. Look, I steam my camera up. It'll level out. Now I'm going to let that cook for 75 minutes. I'm going to let it cool, so then I'll show you when we pull them out. Okay, they're done. The pressure's been released, and here's the end result. You can see it's still boiling. So there's chicken breast. Very easy to make. As you can see, look how it made its own juice. You don't need any water whatsoever. So what I'll do, I'll let those continue to cool down inside there, and I'll add them to the cabinet and they're ready to go. If you want to know how to make some good, fresh cornbread, watch out for one of our next videos. I made this from scratch, and now what I mean scratch is I made my own cornmeal from whole corn. And this cornbread is absolutely wonderful. So stay tuned for maybe our next video, and we'll show you how to make some good homemade cornbread. This is good. This is similar to, if you like a Jiffy style cornbread, it tastes a lot like that, but with a lot more natural ingredients and using fresh whole corn ground into cornmeal, and then it's really good. So keep an eye out for that. So that's about it. Don't forget, folks, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Homestead Hacks.